Yes. Go. Alright, it's done.
You know you've got it in the other tab, don't you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Alright. Good evening, everybody,
Good evening.
and welcome to Reseller Chinwag number 34.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really hot day. I'm sure it's been hot for everyone in most parts of the country. It's been a swelteringly hot day, actually.
It has been really hot.
How was it like in the shop?
It was awful. I had the front door open, the back door open, and it was still hot.
Just terrible.
Yeah.
Well, pop in and say a few hellos. We've got Barry Francis in the chat. Yeah, you were first. Then Darren's joined us as well. Hi, Dad. Chelsea says hello as well. Get Down the Gym says posting first to any video, so 2014. Malinki says hi. Phoebe Fin Fashion is in the chat as well. Okay. Yep, CNH are in the chat as well. Hi guys. Happy Chap, Maria Clark, CP Crafts. Nick is in the chat as well. Hi Nick.
Hi.
David Morse. Will you take less? Lonnie as well. Hi Lonnie.
Hi, Lonnie.
Garage Flips. That is Paul Foster. MC Cool. George Ross. Nice cheeky £999 sales are here, says George. We'll get on to that.
We'll explain a bit about that later.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
Yeah.
It has been a really hot day here today.
Oh yeah.
It's been amazing.
We've actually got like the conservatory door open. That's why the door is open behind us.
Yeah.
But
It's a lovely evening.
Nothing.
It really is. A cat's just.
Laying on the
He's
floor.
just had enough. It's just been one of those days. So really, we should be out in the evening enjoying ourselves, and so should you guys. So we really appreciate those of you that are actually here, because there's lots of better places to be right now, such as at the beach or somewhere.
Well, we wanted to
epic.
head to the beach,
Yeah,
didn't we?
we might go after. We might.
Yeah.
But we are super grateful for you guys to actually forego the pub or the beach. Shouldn't give people ideas really, because then everyone's going to go, actually I should get the pub, screw this chat, I'm off. But thank you for joining us, everybody. Who else has just come in? Indie Chick as well, Lisa's in the chat as well, and Niall Gulliver's in as well. Big shout out to Niall.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Niall was kind enough to shove in the post for us like a lovely little kind of bloggy thing kit that Rebecca's been actually using.
I've actually been using it.
Yeah, so we're going to be getting a vlog up with an improved little vloggy setup for a phone. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it, Niall. That was epically kind of you.
Yeah.
Hixie's in the chat as well. Hi Steve, the Hyper Picker, Steve W. As well, so a fair few people have actually joined in, which I'm pretty happy about. So it is pretty epic. I'm surprised because of the heat, really.
Yeah.
I did see that Lonnie says he's been looking for a hard head all day, couldn't find a single one. Yes, you're going to be struggling to pick one of those up, I think.
Yeah.
But let's go for it. Okay, today's chat. We have got a few things lined up, haven't we, Hunter, to talk about?
A
few things. Nothing like massive, but we'll go through our usual sales and all that kind of jazz as well.
Yes.
And how the week's been. Any like interesting sales that we've had. Obviously, it's already been mentioned in the chat there by George Ross about a £999 sale we had, so that's pretty cool. But we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we will move on. That's
so, firstly,
I made the notes for our chat this evening.
Yeah.
So I put main store. This is going to give away about the £999
speaker.
sale, but I put main store 7-day total. Awful.
Yeah,
I didn't even put a figure down.
Well, the thing is, if we wanted to be fraudulent or something, or if we wanted to just be silly about it, we could show you our 7-day sales figures.
Yeah.
And
because our 7-day sales figure looks really, really good.
Really good.
Really good.
But the actual fact is, It's not good at all because the did you say a kidney for 999 says
no?
Will you take less?
Is it his
No,
show?
I will show you what I sold.
Should we show it now because it seems pointless to kind of
sure.
skip back over it. Let's show it now and then we can kind of then it kind of ties in with our other issues that we had later on anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So what I'll do is I'll switch over to two sales actually that we have.
There's two.
That that really could have changed how the week looks.
Yeah.
Our eBay sales figures say that we've done about 1,700, something along those lines.
Just under 1,800.
Yeah, but the actual fact is we've done about 400, something along those lines. Turnover that is appalling. I'm going to switch to what could have made the week very different. I sold this pair of speakers, a lovely pair of vintage speakers. They're by Rogers. They're called Studio Ones. They don't come up very often. They're monitors. They're actually monitors that were originally used by the BBC. So that's why they've got that connection on the back.
Yes.
You'll notice most speakers have got red and black bindings on the back of them for the positive, negative speaker wire.
I normally recognise like the red and the black.
Yeah,
I'm not very techie, but
they normally have red and black on the back, exactly, and they're either on a spring clip or they're on a banana plug. Here you can see this is an XLR connection, which is used in mostly professional environments because then you can't just kick the cable out very easily. So it's like the kind of recommended connection. So these would have been used in the BBC, really epic speakers. So I sold them for £1,000, and guess what? He didn't pay. The guy hasn't paid. It's not that surprising. It's a zero feedback account, even though he's been with eBay for a while. And I don't really have much fear to sell to zero feedback accounts. I've done it successfully before with high value items. Sometimes people will join.
It's not something that really normally bothers us.
No. If you've got a unique enough item, sometimes people.
The thing is, you did actually look at him, and you'd seen his recent purchases. He purchases.
No, not him. That was someone else.
Oh, was that someone else?
This guy had zero feedback on. But I'd seen that he had on his collections that he was interested in.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You'd just seen that.
I looked at his profile and I thought he could well be serious because, he was looking. It was one of his things that he's looking for in his collection is Rogers speakers. People do like Rogers speakers. There's like a cult following, as it were, for them. So it was a bit. Monitors are used in studios, right? Z asked David Morse. Yes, that's correct. It would have been. It would have been for. They would have been used in the BBC. So it was a bit annoying that happened. But it happens, and we have had to take that hit, as it were. So we were quite excited, obviously, when they sold. We were like, yes, that's an epic sale to get us going in the week. And I think the unpaid item case ends I think it's tomorrow morning. I think it ends.
We've only just been able to do it.
I've got no hope. I've got no doubt that it's not going to get paid. If it does get paid in that time frame, I will be ecstatic. But we will see. I have got a feeling it was the shipping that put someone off. Instant payment on buy it now is normally the recommended thing, Aaron Lucas. So totally appreciate that comment. But the thing is, you can't always have instant payment on. So for example, if you're offering shipping to like worldwide shipping, but you haven't worked out shipping costs preemptively, you can't have pay now enabled, because then immediate payment enabled, because then the buyer can't request the total for the price with shipping. So it works. I mean, I think it was the fact that the shipping was £250 to Canada that put him off.
Maybe.
But that's what it costs. I'm not going to cut the shipping. These are quite fairly sized speakers, and you want to make sure that they're protected and put nicely. And the second reason why the week wasn't as good as it could have been was this. This is the Yarland Valve amp. I sold this already, and it got returned because it was apparently not working. It's working, it's fine. I've listed it again and it's sold, and again it was we got a message after it got paid, can you wait until like next Friday or something? So I was like, no, if you can't pay within the 48 hours, I'll be opening an unpaid item case. So if you can't, then I can cancel the sale. And the guy said, well, if I have the money and it's for sale still, then can I buy it? I was like, well, yeah, if that's what you want, but I do. The valve amp is jinx, says Darren. Yeah, so really frustrating. So you can see instantly there that there's 1,250 odd pounds worth of £1,250 worth of sales knocks off of our weekly sales figure. So we're only on about £400 turnover for the main store, which is shocking. It's been absolutely terrible. It could have been an amazing week, and in theory it wasn't an amazing week. It's just frustrating that people are happy to pay for things or buy things and then just be like, oh, I haven't actually got the money to pay for this, or I actually have no intention of paying for this, because you can't do that anywhere else. So what do you think of that?
It is what it is, really.
Yeah.
I'm still happy overall. I mean, it's been nice weather this week. So we've got. Yeah, I mean, we're not down about it or anything. It is what it is. It happens, doesn't it? Blitz says, surely you could have got cheaper shipping than that. £250? I looked actually, it was because it's to Canada. It's a lot cheaper in Europe, but to Canada to send it. I think even the US sellers, if you watch a lot of them, they actually say the same. When they ship anything to Canada, it is so expensive. Some countries are just much more expensive. Most of my shipping to Europe is actually really reasonable. It's about 50-60 quid or something. But the thing is, it's because it's actually 125 quid a box pretty much. So because I'll be sending these in separate boxes to make sure they're padded and protected. Speakers you've got to ship correctly. You can't. I wouldn't want to sell those and then go half-assed on the shipping just for them to arrive damaged. And they're rare. I want them to get there properly, so it costs what it costs. Sibk says, change everything to pay up now. I would if I could, but I can't. The worst part is having your item locked up whilst waiting for the unpaid item case, says Lonnie. Definitely. Yeah, that's definitely the frustrating part, because it takes your item off. It takes it off the market, doesn't it? So I always find that to be a bit of a bummer, really. It's not cool when that happens. Okay, so that's what happened on the main store. There we go. Third time's a charm, says Happy Chap. Lonnie says he loves that tube amp. He would buy it if he was over here. Bert likes it as well. No, it is really lovely, and we've had it set up in the front room for a bit and used it, and it is really lovely. I like it.
So it is what it is. Are non-payers penalised by eBay? Asked Malinky. They get a strike.
Yeah, on their account, don't they?
Yeah.
I don't know what happens after that, but it's there at least.
Yeah, exactly. Anthony Edwards says people are waiting for payday, quite possibly. So when it happens, it'll be good for us as well. Lots of spectaculars and discounts on the high street this week too will hit eBay sales. Rachel's in the chat as well. Fake Rachel, nice to see you in the chat there. And Twin Red Dragon Brewery as well. Alright, do you want to talk about the second store then?
Second store, so the turnover for the second store for the last 7 days has been £112.84, which I'm happy with. I think it's staying where it should be. It hasn't dipped, so I'm pretty happy. I mean, I think
you've actually sold more.
Than you have
Rebecca's had more sales. Admittedly, they're not as they're not high value, but
my sales, because it's a growing store, it's very low value. I've got a lot of low value items on my store, just to build it up at the moment.
But the cool thing is that we're in for them for very little as well. So
exactly. So that's where we are with the
With the 7 days for the...
Yeah, so that's been pretty cool.
And I'm really happy because my 31-day total is £442.98.
Yeah, so it's a nice add-on, isn't it?
It's going up.
Yeah.
Is what I'd say. I'm really happy with where it's going. So.
Yeah, it's a nice add-on, isn't it? It's only going to get, the turnover is going to increase on that.
Exactly. And the more work I put into the quicker it will.
Exactly.
Grow.
So returns/issues this week.
So we've already discussed about
we've discussed the non-payments.
So we've got a couple of others, haven't we?
We had a couple of kind of close calls.
Yes.
I sold a week ago a hi-fi to a guy in Hong Kong.
Mm-hmm.
He bought 2 items totaling about £500, I think, roughly around that.
I mean, the weird thing was, right, because he bought one thing one day, and then he bought the following thing the next day, and then he asked for combined shipping.
Yeah.
And we were like, well, we've already shipped the other item, so he couldn't really have it, could it? We had actually shipped it and dropped it off that morning, and then he messaged us and said, can I have combined shipping?
Exactly. So what happened was the weird thing as well was normally the hi-fi that I ship goes via global shipping program, and this time the part that he bought first I had to ship myself. So he paid £60 shipping. Yeah,
for whatever reason it wouldn't go through GSP. Did it?
No, it was a tuner that went through. It was a quad tuner, and it was like £150, £60 for the shipping. But then the amp, which was the preamp, which was like £250, that went via global shipping. Yeah. So he had to pay 2 lots of shipping. Now what happened is the global shipping item arrived in Hong Kong before the item I'd sent via DPD, which it fully tracked as well.
Which was the first thing we had sent out.
Yeah, which is the first thing we'd sent out. So we had a little bit of a kind of squeaky bum moment there, but luckily...
I really hate that term.
What, squeaky bum?
I really hate it.
Well, it just means that you could have been a bit,
Oh, hi Steve.
Yeah.
And hi Carla as well.
Hi Carla, yeah. So we had that, but luckily nothing came of that, did it? So
no.
The guy received it a bit later than...
I mean, he did message us, and it was probably more surprised that
He'd
the
received
first item hadn't arrived first.
And the second item,
but luckily, we checked into it, check tracking, it arrived the day after, I think.
Yeah.
And he was really happy. He sent us a message and said, it's arrived,
and
he was really
relieved with it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So.
Sib K says he looks like a CEO listening to Beck. Show me the money. I don't know. Steve saying hi from a beach in Menorca.
Are you doing funny looks?
I don't know if I'm doing funny looks. Not on purpose, anyway. Not on purpose.
Carla
says hi as well. Louis says I'm currently reorganising the shite pile. Hate it. It always looks messy. Does this bother anyone else?
Actually.
Yeah.
You should see our conservatory, because I hate going in there.
It's really important to keep on top of it, because I found that I'm struggling to get some stuff listed because it's behind other stuff and it's unorganised. And they always say like a cluttered space, cluttered mind or whatever.
Exactly.
It's really irritating because it's just one of those things where I want to get work done, but I get overwhelmed when I look at the pile of crap there's stuff everywhere. So it's just it's
and the
important.
Thing is, earlier this week, it was like it kind of grows.
Well, that's the problem. You get. I've just gotten somewhere now. It's Friday,
and I was like, come on, move all this stuff back.
And then what's going to happen is we're going to go out tomorrow, or I'm going to go out tomorrow. We're going to end up buying more stuff, and then.
I think that the problem is like being able to keep the.
You need your inventory, don't you?
Like the stock separate from the listed to the unlisted, because the minute you put all the listed stock, the listed and the unlisted stock together, you are going to be in a mess.
But you need a lot of space for that,
and that's currently
though.
why it's like that.
But you need so much space, though, don't you? That's the problem.
Yeah.
It might just slash some prices on some of the larger items or something. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah,
see how it goes. Carla says my entire house is a pile right now. Fake Rachel says I hate squeaky bum time, saying to try to get Jamie to explain it to me when I'd never heard of it before.
I know. I really don't like it. I really don't like it. You say it quite a lot as well.
What, a squeaky bum?
Yeah, you say it all the time, and I always say to you, I don't like that.
I didn't realise that. Okay. Makes me feel ill, your conservatory, says Hixie. Yeah, Hixie's OCD does not do well with it. It is a mess in there, it really is. I mean, thing is, it's the nicest room in the house, okay? If it was actually used as a conservatory, it's got heated flooring, it's got lovely windows, it's a lovely space. I could really see us chilling out. I could really see us chilling out in there and having it as a conservatory.
You can see a bit more of the floor though, I will give you that.
Yeah, for how long? You know, I mean, it's just terrible. Nick says, my office is a mess again. Had a massive haul of tools and spread them out to make a video. Now can't be bothered to tidy up. Yeah, that can happen. Definitely, it's frustrating. It is just annoying.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Darren says, anything not selling, stick hard head sticker on it, seems to work well. Yeah, that's not a bad idea actually, Darren. Many people are going to start doing that. Oh god. Hyperbig says, yeah, bothers me, just moved in, thought I had more space, not anymore, just takes one good auction and that's it. And that's true. I
mean, when we first moved in here, it was so nicely, you know, but back when we moved in here, we only had about 800 items, didn't we? And I think between us now, we're just about touching about 1,000 items.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, Blitz is asking for an update from Nick. What's happening with Hardhead after you posted it flying out? Have you posted it or flying out? Sent it FedEx yesterday, says Nick. Yeah. He's having a squeaky bum few days until he gets it and is hopefully happy. Yeah, that would be major. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if squeaky bum's actually strong enough to cover how you'd feel making sure that gets fine. So yeah, but yeah, squeaky bum would do. Andy Wadsley there is mentioned, I think, or is insinuating that I have a similar look to Alfred Molina. That's not actually the first time I've heard that.
Yeah.
But still, it's pretty cool. What else have we got?
So that we spoke about the GSP issue, didn't we? With the amp that turned out okay.
Yeah.
What about the PAT testing?
Yeah, we've also had another sale, which is like £250 sale, where we may have an issue. Hopefully we don't. The gentleman who bought it said that they were having trouble getting it to store information.
Yeah.
I just said, well, if it does cause you issues, you know, you can just return it. And he goes, well, I'll keep you updated. We haven't heard anything yet.
No.
I think I'm sure it's working though, because it's mint, it's new.
The thing is, we would prefer him to send it back to us rather than try and do anything with it, because you tested it, so we know it was kind of...
I know it works because of where I got it from, and
exactly.
And the other thing is, like you said, it was the message. It was the message that it will cost. You know, he will update us on what it will cost to get it stripped down and repaired, and
like implying that we would cover the cost. It's like, well, hang on, we'll offer you a full refund.
Just if it's not working, just send it back. We're not expecting. We're not expecting you to spend more money on top of what you've already spent buying the item to fix it, and then expect us to reimburse. You know, we don't want to play that game really. We'd much rather just say, okay, if it's not working. It's not working how you wanted it to work, just have your money back, send us the item back, and then you can buy something which better suits you. Aaron Lucas asks, how's the jewellery selling?
I've only sold... What have I sold? I think I sold I call them the Akuma beads.
The Akuma beads,
which are there was just like these wooden beads.
But they're so epic, they're chunky.
But they're like really chunky.
They're not as big as Akuma's beads, but...
it's Akuma from Street Fighter if you... if you're not into Street Fighter, it's Akuma from Street Fighter. I've sold those, which I was pretty happy with. So, I've still got all the good stuff to kind of list, really. I've kind of put up like the... You still haven't ordered your jewellery testing
kit.
That's the thing. I need to order a jewellery testing kit, to test like the silver stuff. And I also need, because there was some rings as well, I need to order a ring sizer thing as well. But once I do that, then I'll be listing more of the I just did what I can.
Richard Payne handed his notice in today at my full-time job to do full-time reselling.
Ooh, wow.
So yeah, definitely good luck and congrats with that. Hope it works out well for you.
Yeah, hope so.
Andy says, sorry mate, slow sales day, looking for cheap laughs. Honestly, it's cool.
It's fine.
It's cool. Yeah, I mean, I was last called it at a boot sale. Actually, I think it was.
I think you were actually, and then you looked it up. You were like, "Who's that?"
Exactly. Okay, now. Oh gosh, I need a little sip of water.
Mm-hmm.
We've got 75 people watching us, which is fantastic. So thank you everyone for joining us on this amazing, beautiful evening. Yeah, exactly. What we're going to do now is, Carmel actually quickly asked, did you list the Reborn doll?
No.
She just buys them and keeps them. She's got 2. You are selling it.
I'm selling it.
I'm
deciding which one I'm going to sell.
Yeah.
Because I might sell my open eyes one that I have.
Yeah.
Because I really like the closed eyes one because it's weighted. It's heavier than the one that I've got.
Yeah.
So I may do a switch and sell the other one.
Okay.
But yeah.
Fine. Yeah.
Either way,
one of them is going to get
sold.
Definitely
going to be sold.
Ideally both. The doll has gone AWOL, says Siv. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me looking at it. The next thing we want to do is just share with you guys a couple of sales that we picked up. The couple of sales that we've had. Nothing spectacular, but these are like items that we've not had that many sales this week, as you can tell from what I said earlier. Yeah. Around £400 turnover with about £1,300 of unpaid items. But we did get some nice sales, and some of these items I've recently shown you guys in my pickups. A couple maybe I haven't. There's only a few items, so I thought I'd just share those with you guys as well. So let me just switch over to the relevant section. Oh gosh. Okay, this was a really nice little sale. I was really happy with this. This is a Sony remote control. Now this is one of those things. If you find like a vintage Walkman or a vintage CD player, it's definitely worth. I see Carmel says, I thought you'd keep it, yeah. If you guys are out there and you find like a vintage Walkman, a vintage CD player, make sure you inspect the accessories you get with it. I don't know if I can show... Yeah. Yeah, that's alright, don't worry about it. Okay, so I've shown you guys this CD player before. Just you can have a look at it there. I've shown you guys that CD player. It's like a vintage Sony CD player. Unfortunately, it doesn't fully work, but I'm keeping hold of it for now because I want to. But it came with a remote control and a battery. Now this is the remote control from from its from that player. And it was in its original box. The box did have a little tear, but it was unused. You can see it's got its remote control, really mint condition item. And it's just a remote control, and it'll be something that you'd quite easily bundle in maybe if you were to sell this, and you wouldn't get the full value of it. Always worth checking these little things, because I had it up at 120 and I took an offer. I think it was for £70, something around the 70 or £72 mark, and it's going all the way to Australia. So really happy with that. And the reason why I'm kind of focusing in on that is because I also recently sold a pair of yellow Sony earphones for like £40 or £50, because they used to belong to an old vintage sports FM radio. So accessories from these old Sony Walkmans, Discmans are also worth good money as well. So always worth keeping an eye out for that. Okay, let's go. Look in the chat. Louis says he's putting his foot down. About the doll. Yeah, I've got no control over really in terms of what happens to the dolls.
No, one of them's definitely getting sold.
I'm hoping one of them will get sold.
One of them's definitely getting sold.
Yeah. Okay. What else have we got in here? Sales have been slow that I actually went out and bought the wife a dressmaker's dummy so she can do a bit of clothes reselling. Then an afternoon at the beach. Oh, that sounds lovely actually. An afternoon at the beach, definitely. Okay, sell both newborn dolls and keep the Michael Jackson dolls as Barry.
No.
Z telling it's Rebecca about dolls. Andrea is Nick's wife. Rebecca is my. Got to go, I'm afraid, says Carla. Yeah, it's fine. Mum's taxi is a never-ending, thankless task that we have to deal with.
Yeah.
I thought they were dolls that strange people wheeled around in buggies, says Al's Attic. Some people do
Some
take them out.
people do.
Yeah.
Some people do. Yeah, I remember watching the programme last year, I think it was, about them.
Yeah.
And there's people that do take them out.
Yeah.
But they have other uses.
Yeah, you can use them for, I don't know,
Yeah.
whatever. Well, actually, someone commented on one of our videos and said they use them in, sometimes they use them in like homes, old people homes, where it can help with some elderly patients with, different illnesses. So it comes in. I can't remember what it was for, but
it's a particular therapy that they use.
Yeah, so definitely something to look at. Okay, let me just go back into, or are we still in the view there? Right, next item I want to show you guys, I actually showed, it didn't sell for 120 SIPK, it sold for about 70.
Yeah,
72,
I think we accepted an offer
72 plus shipping, yeah. Alright, next item. Now, this is something I showed you guys. The original price wouldn't have been much SIPK. It wouldn't have been much for that thing because it was just an accessory. It's gained value. This is an item I showed just a week ago, I think. Yeah, very funny. Yeah, this I showed last week, I think. I picked this up at the boot sale for, I think it was £2.
Yes.
And it's a Joby Gorilla Pod. It sold very quickly for £40 plus £4 shipping. Now, I did actually look to see whether I would sell this on Amazon, because it's got a very, 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 very high rank. I think it's like 4 or something. However, Amazon's on the listing at £39. So after fees and stuff, and plus I'd have to undercut Amazon to sell it. So it actually sold better on eBay.
So we decided to stick it on eBay, didn't we?
Yeah. Sold better on eBay. So
quite quickly as well.
Yeah. They must be pretty cool tripods. I've not actually used one, but we've now got a cool one that Niall, Niall has gifted us. Yeah. Part of that thing, that's plenty for us, so that'll be fine. Do the eyes closed and the doll is lying down? That's when you know it's a good doll. Oh no, this is a different kind of doll. This is
it's a different it's a different kind. But if you do have a eyes open doll, they can fetch a lot more money than the eyes closed dolls.
Okay, next item. Beck, you want to talk through this one?
Next item. Oh yes. So the next item is this River Island men's shirt. I picked this up as jumble sale, I think. So it would either have been 20p or 25p, and sold it this morning for $9.99. Now, what was quite weird is the guys actually paid for next day shipping. Yeah,
paid £10 shipping.
Yeah, so I did actually get it out today.
Yeah.
I used Parcel Force, didn't
24.
Yeah. So whether he receives it next day
or Tuesday, it'll probably be
Tuesday,
because it's bank holiday weekend.
What he kind of said
we'll
on
see.
Parcel Force, then we'll see. But hopefully he gets it in time for what he wants it for.
Yeah.
So
so that's cool.
Yeah.
Alright, next item we want to share is a keyboard. Again, this is something I shared with you in either last week or the weekend before, so it sold pretty quickly. Again, this is a £2 pickup, and it's a Logitech gaming keyboard called a G15. If you see one, definitely worth picking up. Make sure that the wrist rest is there as well. It adds a bit of value, and the clips for it haven't broken. The tabs there are fine. Really nice backlit keyboard. Paid, like I said, £2, and it's within a week. I think it was last week I picked this up. I'm pretty certain.
We actually owned one of these.
Yeah, we used to have one of these back in the day. Yeah, and it's sold for it's sold for good money actually, 30 quid. So pretty pleased. And that went to can't remember. I think it went to Ireland, Northern Ireland, I think. Okay, and the final item we want to show you guys.
So this was another jumble sale pickup. So it would have been picked up at 20p or 25. I can't remember which one I picked it up at. And I sold it. I don't think I sold it for $12.99. I think I accepted an offer of £10 on that.
Yeah.
So I was pretty happy with that for an Oasis top.
Yeah. The chat was a bit weird there, wasn't it? And it's just caught up now. It's a bit weird. It froze and then yeah. You can use them for casting spells or curses, says Indie Chick. Filling up the car here. We are having a boot sale clear out number 2 this year. I'm knackered. So you're doing another boot sale tomorrow. Wow. Well, fair enough. It's not a bad idea, actually.
Nice day for
it. So sometimes I think we should just do one.
We do need to do one.
But I'm like,
the problem is because I'm working most weekends. Well, not most weekends, but on
exactly.
On a Sunday.
Exactly. That's it. Lisa Fenn says they use the dolls with dementia patients.
Yeah.
There you go. So we thought it was something along those lines. So thank you for clearing that up, Lisa. Okay. Joby was an awesome find. Big bad bolo. Yeah, definitely. Joby was really cool. Old Haggis Hunter says greetings from the sun-drenched tropical land of Scotland, hotter than Algeria today. Yeah, it's been absolutely beautiful up here. It really has been. I just can't say enough how nice the weather is. Yeah. Andy says, meant to say thanks for putting up the photography vid, Z. Some good stuff in there. Makes my setup look like a pedal bin. So, it's a basic setup. It works. Whatever works for you. Oh wow, Etic says, I sold this keyboard and the matching mouse with weights around £70 last year. Wow, now that is cool. Yeah, I remember they used to come with different weights. Like, I remember my brother had that, didn't he? Yeah. It's forecast rain for us, so I hope the boot sales are on, says Blitz. Yeah, I mean, Norcross will probably be on if it is, but we'll see. It's nice that some people still rock the keyboard, says Shane. Okay. Nick says, going with my sister and brother-in-law should be a fun day out, spot of sourcing while we are out. Oh, that would be nice, I suppose, yeah. Rich Payne says it's going to be nice in the Midlands. Blitz is actually where I am in the northwest, so if it's rain for him, it will be rain for me, unless he's just trying to put me off the scent. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Z doing a bit so no way you'd be haggling eBay prices at the Publix as beginning. I don't think I'd ever do one, to be honest with you. I can't. It should be just can't see it. Maybe in the future.
I think we will.
You think we will?
Eventually,
eventually we might.
Because we'll get fed up with the
stuff.
Yeah, the stuff.
Yeah.
You know, the stuff that just doesn't seem to shift.
Yeah.
You know, everyone has it, so I think we'll get fed up and then we'll go and do it.
Yeah. Okay, agreed. It was a beautiful summer today. Can't wait for next year, says Shelster. Yes, that's it. That's always the worry, isn't it? Jason said it's been a horrid day today. I've been working in this all day, melting. God, I can imagine it would be a tough day today. I mean, you were sweltering in the shop, weren't you?
It was a tough day. So
Nothing wrong with actually using a pedal bin works well with a sheet on. Nothing wrong with actually using a pedal bin works well with a sheet on it, says Pyroline. Check the weather, Z. Yeah, I was only kidding. I know you're not trying to put me off the scent. Okay, what else happened this week? Just a couple more things to go through. I had to go for a driving awareness test. No, speed awareness course. Yeah. Oh gosh, I got caught speeding, so it's my fault.
It was your own fault.
Yeah, I got caught speeding. I wasn't speeding terribly bad, but badly enough. I think it was 37.
It was bad enough that you got caught.
Yeah, 37 in a 30. So it was my fault. Had to pay 80 quid.
It wasn't actually by one of those speed cameras. No, it was by a mobile.
I think so. Yeah.
Device thing, you know, when they sit in the cars and they catch you that way.
Yeah, so I just had to accept that 80 quid and had to spend 4 hours in a room of strangers, none of us who really wanted to be there. So that was, that was a really horrid waste of time, and it was lovely weather yesterday as well, and so that I'm glad that's over.
Yeah. So that's what you had this week.
And one other thing I wanted to quickly mention is we're hopefully getting a new mic set up.
Hopefully.
Yeah. We really don't like the sound of this, and plus, just generally for my YouTube and my other channel, I'd like to get nice quality microphones. Sometimes I like streaming games on the odd occasion. And I got a really good deal on a mic on eBay.
Yes.
I bought a Samsung condenser mic.
I think I've got it.
You know, it's not here, it's out there. It's Samsung condenser studio mic with a shock mount and everything. They normally sell for about 65 quid on eBay, about 100 on Amazon. I got it for 26 quid including the shipping, so I was really happy with that. But then when you get into these things, you realise ideally you need something else to make it work and something else, so I've then ended up spending more money on top, and I've gotten myself a little mixer and a little stand. I've just gone, I haven't bought myself gadgets for a while, so I went a bit gadget happy, didn't I? So I'm really happy.
And the thing is, the last 2 days, you've been researching
mixers and things.
And if I have to listen to one more sound video, I don't know. It's been driving me crazy, but hopefully, I'm glad you've kind of sorted.
Shane says does sound a bit echoey. Yeah, it sounds terrible, Shane.
We have listened back, and
do
you know what? We're actually surprised that we get the views that we do.
Yeah, because
it does sound pretty
awful. And one final thing, getting back into the reselling stuff, you wanted to talk about, didn't you?
So this week I watched a webinar, or listened to a webinar. Can I just say,
Big Nick asked, does the mic contain a Dalek?
No.
It shouldn't do. This should be a Dalek-free zone.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, go back to it.
Yeah, so this week, so I don't know whether eBay do this every month or whether it's every couple of months, but they send out an email and you can sign up for these webinars. And so at the beginning of the month, they sent me an email.
On my speeding course, didn't you?
Yeah, while he was on his speeding course, I was doing a webinar. And I actually found it really, really interesting. For me, anyway, it kind of, although some of it was very, I already knew.
Yeah.
There was a lot of things that gave me ideas about the direction I wanted to take the store in, how to kind of market your store a little bit more. And little things that you know are there but you don't use. That
you don't use properly.
Yeah.
Like you told me something that that made me kind of think, oh wow, that's how you're meant to use it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I just found it really, really interesting, and yeah. It's
something that you'd recommend to.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm definitely gonna go and do another one. The thing is, you can actually watch what they've already recorded. So although this one was about making the most out of your eBay store, your eBay shop, whatever, they have done others where they've actually run through the other features, like the promotional side of it,
so different
features,
topics,
different topics.
Yeah.
And I found it really interesting, and I just thought
You took notes, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
It was like being back at school.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what it was like at the speeding course as well, actually. Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So definitely worth checking those out as well.
Yeah.
A few comments. We'll go back into the comments, into the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've got 90 people in here now, which is amazing. So thank you for everyone for joining.
Yeah.
Retro Cable has popped in as well. Hi there. Hicksy's promoting his stall at Billsborough, but he's not doing a great job because he's saying come buy some broken off me. So that's not the way you'd want to promote it. No. Nick says, I need a mic. Was looking at snowballs the other night. They sound like a good option. Yep, snowballs are really good for what they are. They're really good. It's plug and play. I typically had to go the geekier method.
Yeah.
The unnecessarily awkward, difficult method. So I'll tell you guys, I bought a bargain mic for £26 on eBay. New, really good. It's like a professional quality mic for £26. I'm like, wow, why not? A Blue Yeti costs like 150, doesn't it? And then I've spent like another 80 or 90 odd quid at Amazon buying a really cool mixer. I don't need it. I don't need half the features on it. but it's so cool. And I'm going to do the voices. I don't know, I'm going to do different things. I'm going to mess around with it anyway. I like messing. I'm the kind of person that I get into something and then I have to geek about it. So whether that's my coffee, whether
and
that's...
are you going to do a review on your other channel?
Yeah, I'll probably do a review on my other channel of the mic and of the setup. I used to do a lot of electronics reviews on my other channel, which is called Dingo Ate Your Baby. Yeah, I was quite young and stupid, like I am now. Except now I'm old and stupid.
Nothing else has changed apart from your age.
Yeah, my age has changed. But I used to do these electronic reviews, so I'll definitely be doing that. So I'm definitely going to be doing that as well. And it just gave me something to geek out about, learning about mics and mixers and different kinds of things. So really pleased with that. Ryan says snowballs are great. Graham Nichols says snowballs are great. Just sold some to various bloggers. Yeah, I have a snowball. It's amazing, says Ryan. Finn Fashion says they ran a series of them last year that I watched. Talking about the webinars, found them quite useful and picked up a few good tips, says Finn Fashion.
I mean, not everything that you talk about on the webinars, like they talk about on the webinars, it may you probably already know and you probably use it normally anyway. Oh, the camera went funny there. So but you can pick bits and pieces of information out that you will find useful and you can actually put into practice as well. That's why I liked it so much.
Darren uses a snowball mic as well. They are really good mics. Question: are you still both working on the main store? I use it here, taking pics and Beck's listing. How are you working currently?
No, it's actually changed quite a lot, hasn't it? I only normally come back onto the main store when you really need some help listing, and then we would kind of do revert back to you taking the pictures, I will do the listing. But now we are kind of working a bit more separately. I work on the second store, you work on the main store. That's why you'll see the numbers on the second store jumping up. And the numbers on the main store going down.
It's probably why, the work ethic does play a part. Lucky for me, I like selling high value stuff. And I can spot a bargain and it just saves me.
Exactly. I just had to have a little dig there.
Nick says you effing geek. Less geeking, more listing, says Andy. Yeah, definitely. Geek. Questions here. Did your sales this week cover your toy spend? No, they probably didn't. So, well, I mean, if you include Amazon, they did, but that's not included. We don't really count Amazon much. So
I mean,
but
because we don't do a great deal on Amazon, do we?
No, we just do the odd bit here and there.
We're playing around with Amazon.
We overall covered it, but that's probably all we covered. I don't know. It's not been a good week, guys. 400 and something pound turnover after profit, after cost, everything. Oh gosh, So got a blue Yeti mic, had to send it back. Too complicated, couldn't get it to work, says Malinky. Same Malinky, couldn't get my Yeti to like my Windows 10 at all. What's all the talk about snowballs? What a surprise! Now this is the mic I got, guys. So I got this for £26. On Amazon these are 100. And on eBay they've sold for 65. This thing is so epic. It's like, it looks epic anyway.
It does.
Yeah, it's
pretty cool.
Yeah, I've got to show you guys quickly before we go. So there's the mic. It's quite heavy actually. Now the main difference is it's an XLR mic, kind of like the connection that was on the speakers I showed earlier. So it's an XLR mic. It's got its own shock mount as well. That's really cool. Apparently you need a shock mount. It came with it, so I'm happy. So that sits in there, and I've ordered like an arm thing to fit it on.
So I was trying to get that.
You want to get? There's the pop filter, so then we'll be able to be like kind of all like pro and stuff.
Pro.
I want to be pro. I'll have a mixer as well.
Yeah.
That's a shaver or is an angle grinder. But it's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. I'm excited about using it, but I need to, wait for my delivery of goodies, which I think should be coming tomorrow. No, Amazon.
What is it?
Yes, Amazon. Yeah. Prime, Prime. Go have Prime.
So the hair's pretty happy with all of that.
I'm really happy with that. Hopefully it's going to create some good audio, not just for this channel, but for my other channel as well. Because I want to start doing videos on it again, and my games and things. I used to enjoy that. But yeah, pretty awesome. Okay. Looks like something Elvis would use, says Louise.
No, sorry. Go down. DJ Malik, new channel name.
DJ Malik. Yeah, it's yeah. I don't. I'm not. Yeah, it will be fun anyway. It should improve the audio. It should be less echoey and horrible like it is right now. I like
Sib K's description of it. It's a minion gone 80s rocker.
Yeah, so it's fine.
It is.
Richard Payne says, poor turnover this week for me too. Less than 300 this week. Normally 800 plus. And the first day since the new year with no ka-ching so far. It happens, doesn't it? I mean, we could be sitting here like just laughing now, going, "Yeah, we've had another nearly $2,000 week." If those sales had paid, but they didn't. It didn't happen.
We're still sat here laughing.
We're still laughing, but you know, it's
not going to change.
Yeah. Will you be able to mix in sound effects like smashy and nicey? You know what, Nick? Yes, I can. Yeah, I'll be able to do all kinds of funny things if I want. Yeah. It should be so funny. But I'm not going to do that.
I mean, we're probably going to have a bit of a play around with it.
Yeah, but like...
But...
Yeah. Anyway. Can't do coffee and blusher reviews without a decent mic, can you? Says Darren. You're going to beatbox. No, I'm not going to beatbox. No. So Dingo DJ baby. Okay. All right. Yeah. Thank you for the comments. They're epic. Yes. They're making me laugh.
Okay. So should we? I think we covered all our topics.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Unless there's any questions, I don't think we've got anything. Have we now?
Well, I mean, but guys, I'm gonna share the other channel when I do, because I'm gonna do coffee machine reviews and stuff. But I don't really want to do them on this channel.
No, we want to.
This is more reselling.
This is gonna stick to reselling.
I've got loads of other things that I love to do, and you know that's what my other channel is for.
On the other side.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us on this beautiful evening. It's so hot and lovely.
I know we're finishing a little bit early, but we might try and head to the beach.
Yeah, exactly. So it'll be nice. DJ Z and Beck in the house. Yeah. Okay, guys. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, smash the like button. We will see you guys in the next video, which might well be a haul video tomorrow.
I don't know if it's going to be a haul. I know
I'll do one, won't I?
Well, I've been working on a vlog, so I don't know when that's going to come out. It's taken me like 4
I might do a live
boot sale stream.
I might do a live boot sale stream with my new mic set up. Yeah. Be on the table and everything, like all the arm. Yeah. All right, guys.
Yeah. So, see ya.
See you later.